those who actually contribute in terms of those who are actually earning people. So there are in this during course of 1980-2000, US is having a demographical change wherein they people have young people there in their economy. So when young people means they are earning, their dependents are lesser than the earning people. So these are the baby boomers. They contribute in the economy by generating services. So when you generate services, you will get you generate income. When you generate income, and that contributes to the GDP overall, right? So that is the baby boomers, the people, those who are those who actually contribute in that time. So that is the similar thing which is happening in India also. I will tell you in my next slide. So Ronald Reagan is the president who actually elected, who were actually focused, growth-oriented leader. So a great visionary leader has joined during this span of time. Third, the important is the GDP growth is 6.6%. And that during this period, 6.6% growth is very, very big numbers. And the fourth reason is 401k plan. Anybody knows what is 401k plan?
It's like an NPS.
Yes, absolutely. So what happens in 1980-2000 now, US is having a pension and PF plan name called 401k. So similar like in our case scenario of NPS, this pension plan and PF funds. Similarly, we call them pension PF plan, NPS kind of thing, but they called it as a 401k plan. So in 1980, this Ronald Reagan allowed 401k, means pension funds, to invest into equity markets. So that happened in 1980, and because of that, the US market grows for 2 decades, 20 years one way before this Nasdaq bubble burst. So that is जो IT का burst हुआ था, इंडिया में भी हुआ था ना 2000 में, केतन पारेख, KP. So let's go through the Shanghai. Now China में क्या हुआ? What happened in China? 91 to 2007 का था. GDP growth 11.35, index compounded from 95 to 6,124. 6,300% compounding, 6,346% compound की. Compounding कितने रेट पे हुआ? 29.74% से CAGR से. What is the beauty behind this growth story? Again, demographic dividend. Again, the Deng Xiaoping, the strong leadership. Again, GDP growth. And the fourth important is Shanghai Stock Exchange establishment. And there it is used to be very unorganized kind of setups. Nobody is having that kind of. Usually there are no formal trading system established trading system there in China. But during this course of time, Shanghai Stock Exchange is established. So what happens is the growth is again 2.62% of GDP. I hope everybody is with me.
Yes.
Thank you. Then the third comes Japan. What happened to Japan? We took little more year, 1950 to 1989. So 1950, all the wars are completed. Every world war has completed. 1950, 85 say 38,957 tax. How much percentage? 45,732 percentage growth in a span of 49 years. CAGR is 16.55%. GDP growth is 9.2, almost 2x. Almost 2x. Matlab your GDP is going 9.28 and your index is 16.55. It means 1.78x, right? What is the reason? Demographic, emperor to democracy, GDP growth, post-war reopening. Simple. Now comes to Nifty. What is happening in India? That is most interesting. So when we are saying if the economy is GDP will grow by 9.53, which is there in government vision document, right? 2047, Bharat ka Amrit Kal. 2047 in next 23 years. India will grow by 9.53% if they have to achieve this 30 trillion goal. What will happen? If this will grow by 9.53, if I take 2x multiplier, index will grow by 19% CAGR. And you will be surprised to know this, how much is the Nifty level in 2047. If we compound Nifty 25,000 by 19% compounding, the level comes to 13,24,000. I hope you आप लोग किसी को मजाक मुझे हंसी भी आई मेरे कलीग दिव्या को ऐसे अगर ऐसा क्या मजाक करे सुबह सुबह you start joking है 13,24,000 is a Nifty level. So you just imagine what will happen in the stock prices. Sir, believe me, markets you would be surprised. FI also not believing into these things. Why markets are making higher? I just tell you why. What is happening? Every month we all Indians are contributing 22, 23, 15,000 crore every month we are pouring in. We have a difficulty to where should I should invest. Agar if say for example if today is the bad day for example, I as a fund manager thought of I should not deploy my customer funds in the markets. So I'll keep my funds side. So one day means 1,000 crore. Let us assume 20 days, 22,000, 20,000 crore rupees every month I am getting. So as a fund manager, I have 1,000 crore in my hand. Now second day comes. Second day again markets fall. I thought of नहीं यार अभी भी पैसा लगाने का नहीं. So third day फिर अभी मेरे पास now I have 2,000 funds in my hand. Now the third day 3,000 crores. Stock prices, whatever it may be the prices, I have to invest. As a fund manager, I don't have any option. I buy, and whatever may be the price, I have to buy. So I cannot keep fund idle in my books. So that is what is happening. So see, not many, again, 65% of our population. The first and biggest and foremost thing is the demographical changes, which is happening in India. 65% of our population in between age of 50 to 65. सर मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ आई टेल यू इन वेरी सिंपल वर्ड्स इफ यू आर नॉट ट्रेवल टू अब्रॉड यू प्लीज ट्रेवल टू अब्रॉड यू गो टू दिस डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज यूएस यूके जापान चाइना एंड यू रियलाइज इट slightly some changes is required where we are missing somewhere in around when we see our population is there but still population is not there, we are somewhere consumption is there but production is not there, we have to improve on to that side, but there is a huge gap of the people, those who are earning and those who are dependent. With data, I'll share you some insight, and I later coming to that.
How does population rate? How does population rate?
How is the population?
Population rate affect GDP growth?
Yes. What?
By 2047, the population will come up to 160 crore.
160 crore.
Or above 160 crore. How does it affect them?
I'll let you. I'll tell you the data of people in 2050. How many people are dependent and how many people are earning versus India versus US versus China versus Japan versus world. So you will be able to understand it. What kind of people are those who are dependent. So people those who are dependent, this economy, China, in fact US, UK, in fact China also because of their policy, one child policy. So because of their policy, their graph is going down and they are getting older.
Actually, this population rate adversely affected this GDP growth.
Sir, see, again, I'm telling you, if we are continuously spending on to consumption, if we become consumption-prone country, then probably again we will grow because world is on the negative side. So, if one part is on a disadvantage, other one part would be on advantage. So, world is there, whose graph is going down, and India will substantially will grow because. But the important aspect would be we have to move from consumption to production. So we have to improve the skill manpower setup. Other if we will fail onto that side, we will also get fallen time, and we have to maintain that. So when we had an interaction with Sanjeev Sanyal, so Sanjeev Sanyal is actually very afraid about that thing. We are doing the right thing, but we have to consistently doing the right thing. We have to make sure that any bubble will not come. So the way the markets is going up, he is somewhere afraid that markets is creating a bubble, and he is a fear of that maybe we not break that bubble. So let's start. So this is what is happening. 65% of population between 50 to 65. Modi government is there with the stable. Now third time Modi has came. GDP growth 9.53% अगर हम बात करें, the fourth one which we have discussed 22,000 SIP and NPS growth. So similar thing 2014 similar thing happened, but which happened in US in 1980s, and the bull run continued till 2000. Then the Nasdaq bubble came. So 20 years the bull run था. 2014 में government has allowed NPS and pension fund to invest into equity markets. I will not tell you the next thing, but you have to again imagine that the 20-year bull run will continue. प्रवीण, मुझे इसका वो देना है, चेंज हो गया, मेरा बैटरी डाउन हो गया. So this is the thing which we are discussing. So USA 2.26 से compound किया, we are already discussed. 13,24,000 is the compounding thing which we are discussing. ये चेंज करना. So most of the people say that Sunil, here, let us be realistic. Don't go so ambitious. So I'll reduce by 9.53 to 8.50. If we not go 8, if not 8.5, if we go by if not 9.3, if we go by 8.5 also, the Nifty level is 8,88,000. Again, there are people who want to force me to discount more. I have again discounted to 7.5% nominal GDP we are talking. Real GDP plus inflation. This is 7.5%. If we compound with that also 7.5 multiplied by 2, which is 15%. 15%, so you just go and do the mathematics, you find out the index will come at 5 lakh something, 5 lakh 97. लगा तुमने इसमें? Okay. So, sir, I'll take you some more data point which will ensure your conviction will become little better and better. So this is the data where we have seen it that almost 4.7%. 4.7% of the total household investment into equity markets in India. 4.7%. If I have to spend 100 rupees in saving, out of 100 rupees saving, only 4.7% comes into equity market versus US is in 42%. See, the kind of equity cult which is there in these developed countries is very, very high. Almost 10 times of what is there in India today. So, sir, this is the answer to your question. So, this is the answer to your question. So, the data shows that India is and we are in 2020, for example. So, our population 1.7 to 2%, 1.7 to 1.5% of our population is again working age population, which is far ahead of the rest of the countries. You can see the graphs of the rest of the countries. And this is the graph of old age dependency ratio. So this is the data of old age dependency ratio, wherein 22% as of today, 2020, if we assume in 2020, 22% of the population are old age, which are dependent, versus 33% China, 49% US, 53% UK, and 61% Germany, Europe, and you can see graphs of Japan also. So in 2050, the depending old age ratio will be 43% India, 92% China, US 67%. That means that India will always be at a better spot till 2050 we are talking about. So when we say India demographics, when we talk about 65% of the population between 15 to 65%, 65 age, means that India is the youngest populated country, and this young generation will continue to generate income, contribute to the economy, and that will lead to the rise in the GDP level. So ultimately, for next 2 to 3 decades, it is going to be a golden era for everybody there in the India being citizen. So India will zoom with poverty. तो poverty level पे अगर आप देखेंगे तो poverty level भी consistently grow हो रहा है. ये भी हमने देखा चाइना के साथ. We have seen it that China, how China has grown. Now what we are predicting in 2030, India will be a third biggest economy. We know what is happening because of internet digitalization. We have discussed it. That is very important. So this is the income level swelling, every level. So people those who are earning 30 lakhs in 2005, it used to be 1 million, and today 2018 ka data is saying that 8 million. We have somewhere 10 million people are there those who are earning 30 lakhs and above. And 2030 it is saying that we have almost 30 million people those who are going to earn more than 30 lakh rupees a year. Similarly, middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class, everybody will see the income level, the income, and see these are the people those who are going to spend more, upper middle. Comparatively to this high level, this middle class people, you have a tendency to buy more because they have that hunger, you can say, and they have that requirement. They will spend more. If they earn more, they will spend more. So these are the people who actually contribute more in terms of companies' earnings and at large GDP. And that is what the testimonial is. So we have seen it. Actually, if you just Google it, you find out Louis Vuitton, Bulgarian, this Gucci brand, global brand numbers are Indian celebrities. I'm sure you might not be aware of who all are these three people. These three are not Indian celebrity, not if you in Bollywood celebrities. These are Bollywood celebrities who are global brand ambassadors for these this brand Gucci or this Bulgarian, this Louis Vuitton. One parts for Louis Vuitton will cost you not less than 2.5 lakhs kind of thing. One belt will cost of you Gucci of not less than 1.5 lakhs rupees. So why these and 24 global brands are waiting to come enter into India? Because they know that for their high cost, high price, premium products, India is a place where their consumption story is going to happen. So India is the place for these kind of people. And I have not mentioned many names. You have a lot of people, Shah Rukh Khan, always again Bollywood. So this is a very important and one more insight and one more data will help you to again make you convinced about how why should Indian economy will grow. So China, what happened in China in 2008? First Apple showroom opened in China. And the economy, the per capita GDP is 2,700 approximately in 2007. And the Apple showroom opened in 2008. So in India in 2023, two outlets have opened. Company-owned outlets have opened. One is in Delhi, one is in Dubai. So why I am sharing this data? Because we have seen it the kind of growth. $2,700 to $20,000 per capita is today's China per capita. So the kind of growth happens not because of Apple, but Apple has forecast before entering into an economy. They forecasted that yes, the economy bull run has started. So whenever these kind of companies enter into any economy, they do a lot of due diligence, they do a lot of analysis, permutation, combination, बहुत सारे data study करते थे. Then only they will go and enter their own outlets in any country, which happened in 2008 in China and 2023 in India. So this is one more testimonial to you to understand that what kind of growth is going to happen. Yes. One Morgan Stanley composite index says that we are at second level. Morgan Stanley ka composite index is mostly invest into emerging markets. So they invest into countries like Brazil, Indonesia, right, India. In that all scheme of things, China, in all scheme of things, India shoots at their favorite number 2. So they invest mostly into China, then followed by India. This is our kind of flow which is there. You can say India, 14,000 crore fund is came in last year. Indonesia, Nikla exited. Taiwan exited. Brazil entered. Brazil may lose plus. South Africa exited. So this is the kind of photo. World level will be India is very attractive for everyone. So this is global market capitalization. This is something which is very important. So US 33 crore population, almost 55% people investing into equity markets. Versus India, 140 crore population, 3 to 4, now 6% population. So that is very, very small. Versus UK, 33% with a very small population, kind of like 7 crores, 8 crores. So this is kind of opportunity. Now we have discussed about economy, now we will discuss about the industry. What is happening? So we have seen it a consistently number of accounts rising. So today we have 16.68 crore demat accounts. 70 crores approximately demat accounts are having. Out of that, approximately 10 to 11 crores are active and unique demat accounts. CDSL and NSDL combined together. Every month, let's go to the month-wise data. So highest account opened in January 24, which is 46 lakh, 4.6 million, 46 lakh demat account opened in January. And last month, July, 45 lakh demat account opened. It has never happened in past many years. That is the kind of equity cult which is already building up, shaping up. But the important part is that those who are coming, the average age of investors are around 28 to 32 years. And these people have entered in during COVID times. And that is where newer and buyer roles comes into play, because at the end of the day, stock market is not that easy. The way people used to gamification ho gaya na, now we call it as a tech brokering houses, tech brokers. But this is not that easy. We have seen it. I have seen myself see 17th May 2004 when Vajpayee Sarkar collapsed. It's a black Monday. I am there in that market. I have seen how this circuits happen. In 21st January 2008, I am there when Lehman Brothers collapses. So I have seen that what kind of downfall happen, what kind of losses happen that time. So it is our responsibility to make sure that these people, those who are novice in the market, those who have entered during this COVID time, we should help them to navigate it in the right way. We should guide them the right way of investing, right way of trading. That is our responsibility. Because see, that is the one way to give back to the society. That is what we feel also. That is the kind of demat accounts annually we have opened. 3.7 crore accounts opened last year, 23-24. 2.5 lakh accounts opened, 2.5 crore accounts opened in 23. So that is the kind of growth. So you have to evaluate that, yes, whatever we are discussing, economy, then industry we are discussing. So industry wise also, we are at a very, very great good run. Just at the initial level, I talk about the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities, right? How much time? 15 minutes? 10-15 minutes.
Sir,
yes.
You are talking about the positive aspects of.
Sir, positive
aspects.
If you will not become positive, then probably you cannot.
You are talking about the positive aspects of substantial change. India will achieve 30 trillion by the end of 2040, sir. What about unemployment problem?
Sir, for everything there is a probability. You have to see, if you have, so for example, if I have to cross a road, there is a probability in every aspect. You have to see, you have to play on the where you have on the probability is high. So for example, if I am crossing the red light on red, when the light is red, there is a high probability that I would safely cross the road. But if the green light is there and I will cross the road, maybe 10 out of 6 times or maybe 4 times I maybe safely cross the road. But then 6 times maybe I will get met with an accident probably. So it's a game of probability. So what you are saying is right. But again, you have to see the probability. There is a probability that there is a high probability that India is at the growth trajectory. There is a low probability that we are at the we might lose this. There is a
that is a crucial problem.
Sir, see,
we cannot discard.
Sir, I am not discarding. I am showing you the higher probability perspective. I am not discarding what won't be able to what happen.
All these demat accounts are based on this. All these demat accounts are based on this.
Yes, agreed. They are.
If I have an employee, I can invest some amount into that. If I am unemployed, how can I invest some amount into this?
So that is the problem. That is the question which I also asked to Sanjay Sankar. I have asked him, sir, we have seen it, lot of brain drain is happening. What we are doing it for to make sure that we should, our skilled power should retain here. We should open more IITs. We should open more IIMs. We have to create more professors. So that is and that is what he also told us. That is what we are also trying and that is also we are building up. But see again, for them also there is a high priority and there is a low priority thing. For them today, the high priority things is maybe different thing from this. Because we are now the largest economy when we talk about the number of population. So see, sir, honestly speaking, if you have a 4-member people in your family now, managing 4 people is also difficult. Managing 145 crore population is a big thing. I can understand him. I am managing Pan India business. I have 250 people, 300 people approximately in my team. I know what is the challenge for me to managing these 300 people. So see, when you are out of the game and you see you are coaching out, sitting outside now, it would be very easy. When you are in the game now, then you have to. It would be altogether different one game. So as I said, the growth happened from tier 3 cities. The multiple is 11.7x. Versus the tier 1 cities is 5.9x. That is the kind of revenue which I am telling you before I start. If you are doing mutual fund, you should focus on broking. If you are focused on broking, you start insurance. So insurance sector contributing 18,000 crore rupees of revenue. Broking industry last year generated 30,000 crore rupees of brokerages. Mutual fund industry 13,000 crore rupees of revenue, 32,000 PMS. How many of you do PMS, portfolio management? Only 1. 2, very good. Very few, only 2 people, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But again, this is a big opportunity because the kind of wealth which is swelling, the kind of money which is going to come, it is our responsibility to cater the right products to our customers because this is the next big thing which is going to happen. So this is that, though I told you we have grown 20, our economy, the income brokerage rate is 30,000 crores. If we compound by 16 to 18% in next 4 years, the brokerage would be 54 to 57,000 kind of thing. So that is the kind of opportunity. If you are not doing broking, you should do it. If you are doing mutual fund, you should do it. If you are doing insurance and mutual fund, then you should start broking or mutual fund, then you should start insurance. Because the big revenue. Recently I met one broker called